riuscì la guarda ribera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Riuscì la guarda ribera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. El lobo rabioso la quiso morder, mas Dios poderoso la supo defender. Quízole hacer que no pudiese pecar, y en originales tu virgen no tuviera. Riuscì la guarda ribera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Esta que es nacido es el gran monarca, Cristo patriarca de carne vestido, ya nos redimido con serse chiquito, aunque infinito, finito se hiciera. Riuscì la guarda ribera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera. Dios guardó el lobo de nuestra cordera.
For anyone who doesn't know this, it's the lab. The other thing you mentioned is Lookout Mountain Labs. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, whoa, because I've come across that recently. And for anyone who doesn't know listening, it was a classified U.S. military film studio in Hollywood, in the heart of, or in what you call Laurel Canyon, which ties into other things which you probably know. But for anyone who doesn't know this, it's the film lab there that the military had was the size of the big studios, but it was only declassified, I think, about the 70s or 80s, and it's only really being reported. Not many researchers have come across it until recently. And what I looked at they had several sound stages. They were making more films than all of Hollywood put together at one point. This is like in the late 60s. They had so many different film people coming in, so cinematographers, editors, all that. But they would all be signing contracts to say it was classified to such a degree that they could never talk about it. Now, officially, very little of their films have actually been declassified, but supposedly it's just, what would you say, nuclear bomb testing. And then they would shoot that out in the desert or in other countries like Pacific Islands, and they'd let off nuclear bombs, and then they'd edit all that back at this facility. But they've only ever declassified about 5% of what they shot there. So do you have any suspicions of what else they might have filmed there? Like, is it propaganda? Is it?
I assume it is. I mean, there were so many people involved in it. There were the actors like John Ford and Jimmy Stewart and Ronald Reagan and Bing Crosby and Marilyn Monroe, but other people like Walt Disney, and of course Walt Disney was working with the government to make propaganda films for the war. That was what he did, and from what I've read, he was also making porn, but I wasn't there. I can't say for sure, but he could kind of be bought from my reading. So these people were working together and creating something that was obviously not just bomb test. I mean, why would they need Marilyn Monroe for a bomb test film in 100,000 square feet and all this stuff that they had there? And so